Hey, check, check, check. 1, 2. Hey, check. 1, 2. 2, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Check. 1, 2. Great. Thank you.
find you. Back there, Marianne. Back there. That lady has them.
Great. Got us.
Good morning. Please join me in prayer and reflection. Bless this class of 2019. They stand before us as a group of young individuals ready to challenge the world and make their presence known. For this, we celebrate them. We honor them. We honor you. Knowing that it takes a village, bless all those who have supported our students and will continue to do so. The parents, teachers, friends, and all the other permutations of family and community. Together, we pray that the class of 2019 goes into our Purple Valley and beyond with strength, sense of self, and confidence. And though today they leave the nest of their alma mater, may the class of 2019 know that here there will always be a home and open hearts ready for them. Amen. Please be seated.
Trustees, faculty, parents, family members, guests, and of course, class of 2019, welcome to Perkiomen School's 144th commencement exercises. The day is here, the sun was shining, and thank heavens it's not anymore. We have a perfect cool breeze that'll get us through. We're all ready to celebrate this talented class that sits before us. This group worked diligently in the classroom, in the studio, on stage, on the courts and on the fields, and each member has found their place to shine. They've also found places to take risks, to do what they thought they could not do. I applaud each of you who stepped outside of your comfort zone. And I applaud each one of you who encouraged and supported your peers. There's something magical about our community that most high school students don't experience. You don't mock your friends when they try something new. Well, not always. But you encourage them, and you lean into the discomfort of taking risks and stand strong around your peers if they stumble. I'm continually impressed by the great empathy this community has for each other and the world around us. I'm inspired by the ability of our students to develop their passions as they head off into the world. And this year, I've seen you organize an amazing Mid-Atlantic Diversity Conference, rally around a classmate with cancer, put forth social entrepreneurial projects, research medical topics to help others, organize a wide array of relevant issues for Social Justice Week, and stand silent on the day of silence. You have risked to be your best. You're going to go out in the world and make a difference, and your work and ideas make us proud. Class of 2019, the one thing that you've done that no other class has ever done here is you can claim that the last 4 years you've been a part of changing this institution for the better together, with the support and encouragement of the faculty and staff around you. We've been courageous and are creating a new brand of education. When we build a new student center, you'll come back in a few years and complain that it wasn't here when you were here. But in truth, every step of that process, you've been involved in the planning and the discussion, in the developing of that culture as we move forward. You've been leaders in the growth and the development of an institution, and that's something you'll be able to carry with you forever. The most important thing to me is that all of you hold on to that spirit and that energy that we felt last night. You love each other, you care for your teachers, and you build and strengthen a community. And it's my hope that you take that strength of character as you head off into the world to do great things. Congratulations.
Good morning.
Morning.
Begin with the Phi Beta Kappa Award. The Phi Beta Kappa Association of Philadelphia presents this award to the student in the graduating class who excels in academics and who possesses inherent character and integrity. It is given not only in recognition of those qualities, but also as an incentive to good scholarship at the level of higher education. It is my pleasure to present this book bearing the Phi Beta Kappa book plate to Tong Shu Young. The Congresswoman Madeline Dean Awards are given to graduating seniors who have earned the respect of his or her community. The recipients reflect qualities of leadership, community service, and scholastic excellence. These awards are presented this year to Ella Rose Albanese and Christopher James Matthew Powell. The Entrepreneurial Leadership Award is given to seniors who demonstrate outstanding fortitude and effectiveness in the execution of his or her enterprise. The recipient's capabilities are an asset to any project with skills and strategies to solve any problem. His or her talents and ideas are sought after widely, inspire commitment, and create new value for others. These students look to the future, and where others see problems, they see opportunity. This year, the recipient of the Entrepreneurial Leadership Award is William James John Brassington.
Yes, Ellie. Love you.
The Medical Leadership Award is given to seniors who demonstrate initiative and resilience throughout their practicum. The recipients are self-advocates that think critically about problems and are able to develop creative solutions. They inspire others to be their best and assist others in their journey. This year, the recipients of the Medical Leadership Awards are Danila Nikolaevich Pasiada and Emma Li Liao Zhao. The Mary Jane Royal Award. Mary Jane Royal taught at Perkiomen School from 1976 until 2004 and served as Fine Arts Department Chair for almost all that time. Mary Jane was a part of the mortar that helped join this school into a community and a family. She spent 4 decades serving students and making music with them. Her gentleness, creative ability, and sage advice were the bedrock of Perkiomen's Fine Arts Department. To honor Mary Jane, we give this award to a senior whose time at Perkiomen has been spent in that spirit, and ideally to a student who has participated in the Fine Arts program. This year, the Mary Jane Royal Award is given to Brianna Maeve Lyman.
When I think of my close friend, Emma Zhao, it is easy to imagine her thinking, nothing is unattainable. When there is something we want, we strive our hardest to achieve that goal. We simply plan and execute. Inspired by the Student Diversity Leadership Conference, we returned to Perkiomen with a plan that celebrates and appreciates the individual backgrounds of the Perkiomen community. After pitching our proposals to the administration and Mr. Debbie, we began the process of creating the first cultural festival. As sophomores, Emma and I were young and nervous in creating the festival. We were incredibly ambitious, especially since we were both at Perkiomen for less than 2 years. It was difficult at first, working out all the different parts and intricacies of the festival, on top of not having a specific guideline for the event. Combining Emma's talents for the details and behind-the-scenes work and my recruitment and promotion skills, we were able to create the event successfully with the support of the Perkiomen community. Emma is driven for excellence and will continue her education and bring her talents as a leader to UC Berkeley. She's a cum laude society scholar, taking 5 advanced placement courses, and has earned medical distinction for her research on lighting and its impact on learning. She has also created a podcast for Perkiomen, Cookies and Cupolas. Over the past 4 years, I have had the pleasure of having Emma as one of my closest friends, and I am honored to welcome her to the podium as our Salutatorian.
Thank you, Christine. First of all, I'd like to thank everyone for attending this ceremony today. You've all deeply impacted the students who will be graduating, and I know that I speak for the entire class of 2019 when I thank you all for your support and devotion until this day. When I was nominated to write this speech, everybody around me had different advice on how to start. Be serious, be sentimental, be funny, but none of those things were exactly what I wanted to say. So instead, today I want to speak to you from my heart, because the truth is, there are countless character-defining lessons that I learned while at this school. Christine, who just introduced me, will be keenly familiar with this next part, but when I was younger, I thought that being able to handle everything alone was the ultimate sign of strength. I would sit at the kitchen table well past midnight and slog through my work alone, even though I would be able to feel myself spiraling out of control. Don't get me wrong, I've still faced adversity like that while at Perkiomen, but there's been a key difference. I've never felt alone. I was lucky enough to find friends during my freshman year who stuck with me through thick and thin, and I owe part of my place at this very podium to them. I found many genuine connections with mentors who've not only cared about me, but also guided me through times when I felt immensely lost. Even those who I met for the first time this year have brought me light during times of darkness and joys that I'll never forget. Leaving each of you today will be indescribably difficult, but I'm so thankful to have met you. Every single person today has withstood pain. And as for the class of 2019, I know there were times this year when you felt incredibly low. Whether it was because of a brutal college application process, or maybe a series of personal difficulties, or even an athletic season that had losses or injuries. Because adversity itself is unavoidable. But if you are here today, then there was somebody there to lift you up when you were exhausted, and people who showed you how talented you were and how treasured you were. It might sound cheesy, but I think this year we all learned that we were a little stronger than we thought we were. And most importantly, that we don't have to shoulder our burdens alone. We've grown so much more confident. Do you guys still remember the first day when we got here? The campus was so confusing. Why was the arts building labeled gymnasium? What were in Robbie's cookies that people were always bringing them up in every situation? And were you going crazy, or did you always smell chocolate? There were a lot of things to take in, and we felt like we were the only ones who didn't know what was going on. Of course, now we know. Nobody knows what's going on. But we were so unsure of ourselves. Today, we can proudly list a long docket of accomplishments since then. You've heard some of them already in the past 2 days, but I would really like to reiterate. We organized and facilitated the first ever and largest ever MARD conference on this very campus with 460 participants. In this year's Pennsylvania Math League, we placed 3rd in the entire state. And in the Continental Math League, Calculus League, we placed 5th on the national level. We've won 7 different championships in everything from volleyball and tennis to lacrosse, and we have 31 students graduating with distinction, 18 of which are from the brand new Medical Institute. And between all of that, we successfully put on Shakespeare and blew the water out of every musical performance, competition, and show. You all are amazing. You've left big shoes to fill, and you should be proud of that. It's one of the things that I greatly admire about this class. Adversity itself is unavoidable, but I hope that you will continue to face it, because look how much you've grown from it. Look at how far you've come. At the very least, I know that I've learned that no one fights alone. And since it seems like I'm really gonna graduate today, I'll let you all in on a secret. Back when I refused to rely on anyone, I was lonely. I would never admit it because I thought that was just the price of independence. But the people here have taught me that the truth is the very opposite. We shouldn't be afraid of being vulnerable or asking for help because we are only human. After all, I've made so many cherished memories during my time here because of it. After today, each of us in the class of 2019 will move in different directions to achieve the lives that we've envisioned for ourselves. Many of us may no longer see each other, and in a few years, the details of this year will fade into mottled memory. Our plans will change. Not all of us will be successful right away, and definitely not all of us will be rich or famous. But from what I've seen from all of you, I know that each and every one of you will make a piece of the world that they touch better. Thank you again to all of the families, friends, and teachers, and anybody else who I may have missed for everything you've done. I'm so, so proud to be a member of the class of 2019, and I wish you all the very best of luck. Congratulations.
Here you go. Congratulations. Well done. You did great.
The Herbert W. Gruber Americanism Award is awarded to the student who best exemplified and inspired in others an appreciation of our American democratic tradition. This year, the award is presented to Madeline Rose Robinson. The University of Pennsylvania Award for School Citizenship and Loyalty is presented to the school by the Lehigh Valley Association of the Alumni of the University of Pennsylvania. The faculty chooses a member of the senior class who is outstanding among his or her classmates in school citizenship and loyalty, as expressed by his or her activities, attitudes, and interests during the year. This award is presented to David Matthew Smith. The Town and Country Dr. Charles Q. Hilligus Journalism Award is given to a graduating student for interest and expertise in using writing as a medium for expression, both in the classroom and in forums beyond the classroom. Named in honor of Dr. Charles Q. Hilligus, founder of the Town and Country newspaper, community businessman and activist, civic leader and trustee, House Committee president, and alumni of the Perkiomen Seminary, he was an organizer of the Press League of Bucks and Montgomery counties, as well as the Weekly Newspaper Association of Montgomery County. He was often referred to as the kindly gentleman of the Fourth Estate. With pride, this award is provided by Larry Roeder of the Town and Country and is presented to Emma Lee Liao Zhao. The Barbara Hostage Baker Music Award honors a senior for full participation in the music department for several years, showing an enthusiastic love of music and a willingness to give both time and talent. This year, the award is presented to Gabriel Johnson Delp. The Wayne Engel Award is dedicated to the service of Wayne Engel, whose career spanned 40 years, from 1959 to 1999. Mr. Engel served as mathematics department chair, mentor, coach, and perhaps one of the finest teachers ever to grace a Perkiomen school classroom. This award is offered to the senior who represents the qualities that Wayne Engel demonstrated throughout his career: academic excellence and character, loyalty to the school, and above all, the ability to endure every day of one's life with grace and integrity. It is chosen from seniors who have attained a high level of scholastic standing and who have earned a major school letter as a player on a varsity team. It is given this year to William James John Brassington.
As headmaster, I'm always looking for new perspective and energy. Like the t-shirt Mr. Irvin's group just designed, we're looking for tradition with vision. Just this week, Katie Park, class of 2007, was elected to Perkiomen's Board of Trustees. She brings to our school both a love of our traditions and a fresh perspective. As a student at Perkiomen, Katie was a top mathematics student and wonderful vocalist. After Perkiomen, she attended the University of Notre Dame and earned a bachelor's degree in finance. Currently, she's vice president at Goldman Sachs, where she oversees product control for the firm's Special Situations Group and Merchant Banking Division. Prior to that, she was responsible for fixed income performance and valuation in the firm's asset management business. Katie's sharp acumen will be an outstanding resource for our Board of Trustees. Outside work and home, She serves as the Service Committee Chair of the Notre Dame Club of New York. She coordinates various local community service opportunities, including mentorship to inner-city scholars, a soup kitchen for the homeless, and refugees immigrant assistance. And she has a fabulous dog named Coco. We are honored to have such a bright and dynamic young alum as our commencement speaker. Please join me in welcoming Katie Park to the podium.
Good morning. Headmaster Debbie, members of the faculty and the Board of Trustees, parents, alumni, and most of all, to the fellow members of the class of 2019. It's an honor to join you today in celebrating such an important milestone of your lives. As the headmaster kindly introduced, my name is Katie Park from the class of 2007. I recall the memories of this very day when I was in your seat, ready to bloom into the young adulthood. I wanted to share with you today my personal experience of my transition from high school. And to do that, let me take you back to my high school days. In the summer of 2004, I came to America alone. I was 16. After spending a year in the Midwest, I came to Perkiomen School. I like to think that I was a pretty good student. I was frequently on the honors list, which meant that Mrs. Hoffman in Rule Hall would let me use my landline phone during study hall in my room. I had the joy of the weekly math club meetings with Mrs. Baker, where we got to solve super interesting math problems. I was always scared of Mr. Manfredini for some reason, but I always admired his ability to balance discipline and fun with students. Mrs. Doherty guided me through the countless hours of college application process from front to back. We still remain in contact to this day, and she's probably the biggest reason why I'm speaking to you today. I then went on to attend the University of Notre Dame, a prestigious institution known for its football and rich Irish Catholic traditions. Me, being from South Korea, where there's no American football, and not having grown up in a traditional Catholic family, nor Irish family, found myself somewhat lost at first. Many kids came from the Notre Dame family, where their grandfather, the father, the uncle, the cousins, all went to Notre Dame. Plenty of athletes recruited for Division I sports who had been on TV or newspapers for somewhere. Someone had won a high school robotics competition and came to Notre Dame on an engineering scholarship. Another had already completed a medical internship during the summer, and it seemed like she was ready to find a cure for cancer. And there was me, an international student with no grassroots here or a special talent, with an undecided major, and I felt pretty normal. I started feeling a little bit uneasy about the fact that I was seemingly behind on every aspect of college life. And my competitive self started pressuring myself to fit in. I had to work extra hard just to be in the conversations and to be in control of what was going on. And when I finally did feel like I got it and felt pretty good about it, I soon realized I had no idea what I wanted to do in life. Then the worries of uncertainty came. Is business the right path for me? What if I wanted to be an architect instead? What if I graduate without a job? Do I stay in America or do I go back home? Fortunately, I met some great mentors and friends along the way who guided me through navigating different paths. However, as you can imagine, contemplating about catching up and planning my life consumed a good chunk of time. And what cost me was the present. I didn't find myself appreciating the present moments as much as I would have liked to because I was always on the move. Obviously, this is a very personal observation, and I promise I'm not trying to scare you. But I hope you can take away a few things from my anecdote, because you may experience your own versions of insecurity and uncertainty. First, don't get hung up by the fact that you may be behind or different from others. Accept the difference. The key is just to focus on yourself and pave your own way. When you're not measuring yourself to the parameters defined by others. It'll open up opportunities and an appetite to take risks. Take advantage of the safety net of your institution and experiment and try different things. And by the way, if you're not going to college, you have the best asset that doesn't cost anything, which is being young. Seriously, that can be an excuse to just about anything, and opportunities are around you on and off college campuses. Secondly, it's okay to be uncertain about the future. Appreciate the present moment and use it as an opportunity to reflect on yourself. Take a step back, unplug from everything for a moment, and reset. And in those times, assess your surroundings. See what resources are around you to help, and check in with your allies. You may not have Mrs. Doherty or Mrs. Hoffman next door anymore, but find someone you click with that will steer you in the right direction. Cherish those relationships and own it. And lastly, embrace the butterflies in your stomach. They're there for a reason, not to discourage you, but to keep you going, to remind you that this is what growth feels like. And right at that moment, you're becoming a better version of yourself. With that, congratulations to the class of 2019, and I wish each and every one of you the very best.
Stay right there.
The Frank S. Reardon Award is awarded to that member of the senior class who, in the opinion of the members of their class, has contributed most to the school, both in the classroom and in extracurricular activities. The award was established by Mr. Frank S. Reardon, class of 1909, and is being continued in memory of both Mr. Reardon and his son, Dr. Frank S. Reardon, Jr. The recipient of this year's award is Emma Lee Liao Zhao. The Norman Rockwell Bate Memorial Award is provided by Mr. and Mrs. Norman E. Bate in memory of their son, the late Captain Norman R. Bate, United States Air Force, class of 1961. This award is presented annually to that member of the senior class who has demonstrated significant qualities of determination, compassionate concern for others, and personal integrity, and who has further sought conscientiously to avail himself or herself fully of the opportunities provided him or her by the school. It is given this year to Sydney Reddy. Goodwin Salvatore Vivendo Award. Students will be awarded the Goodwin Salvatore Vivendo Award in recognition of their dedication to the motto and founding principles of Perkiomen School. The motto Salvatore Vivendo literally translates to, "It is solved by living." Recipients of the award demonstrate to the community their personal growth, resolve, and excellent problem-solving skills. Faculty members nominate students, and winners are chosen by a small committee selected by the headmaster. The Goodwin Salvatore Vivendo Award is reserved for students who truly embody the principles of our school's founders. The awards this year are given to William James John Brassington and Francis Del Toro Pacheco. The Headmaster's Cup is awarded to an individual in the graduating class who has demonstrated through effort and involvement an appreciation for the opportunities Perkiomen School provides, and who, because of that attitude, represents all those graduates who have gained something special from the Perkiomen experience. The awards this year are given to Marlene Charles and Grayson James Schlupp. A handout with the award recipients from yesterday and today will be available at the commencement luncheon.
Today, it is my honor to introduce to you my good friend, the class of 2019 valedictorian, Luke Duratsu. Back in 9th grade, Luke earned the Ruth Rothenberger Prize for Academic Excellence. He has not looked back from that moment. He has maintained his status at the top of the class. Luke has taken 11 advanced placement courses and has maintained his 4.0 GPA. Luke was a leader on the Model United Nations team. He argues effectively and is excellent at researching and organizing thoughts. He takes nothing for granted. He works tirelessly for excellence. The last stanza of Henry Wadsworth Longfellow's poem Success says, "The heights by great men reached and kept were not obtained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling upward in the night." This poem is a fine reflection of Luke's character. Next year, Luke will attend Worcester Polytechnic Institute. I'd like to personally thank Luke for being a good friend throughout the last 4 years, and I hope he succeeds moving forward. Join me in welcoming our valedictorian, Luke Duratsu.
Thank you, Eric. Good morning, Mr. Devi, faculty, parents, students, and esteemed guests. My name is Luke Duratsu, and I'm honored to be the valedictorian for the Perkiomen class of 2019. We are diverse, curious, hardworking, and innovative, and I'm so glad to have met each and every one of you. I came to Perk as a very shy freshman from a public school where I felt lost in the sea of students. I vividly remember my first day at Perk, from keeping to myself at cross country to hiding in the back of the purple and gold games. Freshman year was perhaps the most challenging for me at Perk. I slowly recognized that I needed to get out of my comfort zone and take risks to find my place at this school. And I'll admit, this was not all achieved on my own. The teachers and students were very engaging and helped me push beyond my comfort zone. Towards the end of freshman year, I began to feel more confident and began to embrace the school's mission statement, risk becoming your best. For the next few years, I put myself in as many uncomfortable situations as I could. I tried Model United Nations, where I hid at the back of my first 2 conferences until I was able to win 2nd place my sophomore year. After I learned to code, I decided to develop a physics app for my capstone. The programming wasn't a difficult part for me. Sharing the app was what daunted me. Particularly, when I first showed the app to Mr. Yorgi, I was worried he'd be uninspired. Instead, he was very impressed with it, motivating me to continue sharing it. Every time I approached a student or teacher, the discouraging voice in my head grew quieter. By taking the risk, I received invaluable assistance on my capstone. I witnessed all of you following suit, trying a new sport, attending a dance, or the many who dared bring their ideas to life through the entrepreneur and medical institutes. Ultimately, what I'm getting at is that without the help of the amazing faculty and students at Perkiomen, I'll probably still be the same shy teenager I was in public school. To me, the thing that makes Perkiomen a special place is that everyone has a unique experience. We receive help on the aspects that I struggle with the most, whether that be academic, social, or athletic. This ultimately molds us into well-rounded, multifaceted humans, well prepared for the world. I would like to leave my class with some advice. Keep risking to become your best. Try new things. Innovate. Pay forward the support and kindness that you received at Perk. We are all more than prepared for the future, so we need to take the initiative to shape the world and make it a better place. I would like to thank all of our families for supporting us on our journey through Perkiomen. A special shout out to my twin brother, Mark, for making high school more fun. I would also like to recognize my friends, Eric, TJ, Thomas, and Adam, for bringing us a memorable 4 years at Perkiomen, from the Model United Nations conferences we attended to our Dungeons & Dragons sessions. Finally, my thanks go out to all of the dedicated teachers and faculty at Perkiomen, especially my loving advisor, Mr. Moser, Dr. Roig for inspiring my love of physics, and Ms. Bishop for assisting in the development of my app. Before closing, I would like to leave you all with a final thought from Mark Twain. 20 years from now, you will be more disappointed by the things you did not do than by the ones you did. So throw off the bowlines, sail away from the safe harbor, catch the trade winds. Class of 2019, explore, dream, discover. Thank you.
See you right here, buddy. Well done. You did great. Good going. We're proud of you. And now for the awarding of the diplomas.
Graduating with entrepreneurial distinction, Ali Hassan Abbas. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Ella Rose Albanese. Jeremy Amaro Laureano. Christopher S. Archidiacono. Maki Ashizawa. Jose Isaac Aviles Dorta. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Ava Marie Beal. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Eric Eugene Bechtel. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with entrepreneurial distinction, William James John Brassington. Allison Margaret Elizabeth Brockle. Graduating with entrepreneurial and medical distinction, Marlene Charles. Goyi Chen. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Samuel Louis Chiesa. Graduating with medical distinction, Elise Kobe. Thomas John Sissick. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with entrepreneurial distinction, Francis Celine Del Toro Pacheco. Gabriel Johnson Delp. John Henry Dent. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with entrepreneurial distinction, Luke Duratsu. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Mark Duratsu. Graduating with medical distinction, Bianca Veli Diaz Martinez. Thomas Edward Dormer. Long Chien Fan. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with medical distinction, Fan Fei. Aiden Alexander Feldman. Megan Faith Flynn. Liwen Fu. In keeping with Perkiomen tradition, assisting with the diploma presentation are staff members Diana and Jason Gleason. Maeve Valentine Gleason. Zev M. Gould. Rachel Beverly Gray. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Jatsi Hu. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Nils Eric Stirbian Hector. Daming Hu. Jiawei Hu. Zhenyuan Hu. Graduating with entrepreneurial distinction, Yaoi Jing. Graduating with medical distinction, Ava Jean Kaiser. Graduating with medical distinction, Keyshawn Bo Kelman. Totvedes Kupstas. Hongjen Li. Jen Li. Suhan Li. Christopher Matthias Liebig. Jimbo Lin. Yuhan Liu. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Zha Xuan Liu. Graduating with medical distinction, Jiatzi Lu. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with medical distinction, Brianna Maeve Lyman. Adam Murad Mancini. Connor Patrick O'Brien. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with entrepreneurial distinction, Leonard Ott. Lingfen Pen. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with medical distinction, Danila Nikolaevich Pasiada. Christopher James Matthew Powell. Mansi Cho. Anielise Marie Ramos Ramos. Sydney Renee Reddy. Ryan Christopher Riggs. Christine Ann Rivera. Maxim Roberson. Graduating with entrepreneurial and medical distinction, Madeline Rose Robinson. Graduating with medical distinction, Paul Schlabach. Graduating with entrepreneurial and medical distinction, Grayson James Schlupp. Madita Schrott. Skylar Shaw. Kyle Blake Silbert. In keeping with Perkiomen tradition, assisting with the diploma presentation is staff member Diana Weir-Smith. David Matthew Smith. Graduating with entrepreneurial distinction, Drew Connor Steinmetz. Ze Chen Swin. Graduating with entrepreneurial distinction, Jen Yi Swin. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Carlos Rafael Torres Alicea. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with medical distinction, Emily Corinne Walsh. Chi Yu Wong. Ying Wong. Yu Yang Wang. Graduating with medical distinction, Seth Ryan Willis. Graduating with entrepreneurial distinction, Ze Shen Sha. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society, Peng Shu. Graduating with medical distinction, Jean Shua. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with entrepreneurial and medical distinction, Tong Shu Yang. Jia Zun. Graduating with medical distinction, Shi Yu Zhang. Xin Yi Zhang. Za Long Zhang. Graduating as a member of the Cum Laude Society and with medical distinction, Emma Li Liao Zhao. Yiwei Zhao. Yukai Zhou. Ziyuan Zhou. Yingtu Zhu. Please rise.
I present to you the class of 2019.
Our graduation benediction. Loving God, we thank you for this community of Perkiomen School. As we depart from this place, may we continue to keep in touch and never forget how much we owe the big-hearted faculty, staff, and administration who make Perkiomen what she is, who have made us who we are. We are part of Perk, and Perk is a part of each of us. Gracious God, we give thanks for your continued presence in our lives. Keep us safe on our journeys ahead, and continue to bless all our future endeavors. Amen.
Lay.